Hey everyone. So I get this comment made to me all the time. I wish I had your motivation. And let me just say, motivation is something that comes from within, and everybody has different forms of motivation. Motivation and willpower are things that you have to look for, you have to cultivate, you have to find. And not everybody has the same things that drive them, that mean something to them and matter. But when I got started on my health and fitness journey almost 6 years ago, it started off very selfishly. I just wanted to look better, and then I wanted to feel better. And then I started to make a difference in other people's lives. And then I started to make a difference in my family's lives. And I'll tell you, getting started as a mom of an 18-month-old, 8-year-old, and a 12-year-old whose husband worked out of town 7 days at a time was not easy. I felt like I was doing life on my own, which is really what happened, is that I felt alone in life, and I was tired, and I felt like my role was just mom, and I really felt like I was not even doing a good job at that. And I wasn't taking care of myself. I was frustrated, I was exhausted, I felt hopeless, and I called out to the universe looking for help, and I actually found somebody who's like me now. She's really helped me become who I am, but that gave me the opportunity to get what I was looking for, and this time I didn't push it away. I accepted it. So I started to work towards becoming more healthy and more fit, and when I started doing that, everything changed. My relationship with myself, my relationship with food, relationship with other people, relationship with my husband, relationship with my children, everything changed. And it's not been easy. I struggle with my workouts, I struggle with my nutrition, I struggle with the negative voices in my head just like everybody else. Like, I'm no different than you. I put my pants on the same. I have the same struggles and obstacles that many have. The reason why I stay motivated is because I'm constantly looking for motivation. And my motivation is going to be, again, so different than yours because my lifestyle is different. The things that I've lived through, the things that speak to my soul are so much different. But I've found that when I, number one, focus on myself, my health, and my fitness with the intent of inspiring others by just being me and by sharing the good, the bad, the ugly, the ups and downs, the highs and the lows, then I stay on track. I'm always looking to others for guidance and for help, while I support other people, while I believe that I am an influential person who inspires and helps motivate others to find their reason why they want to live a better life. I also look to others for the same thing. And since I've been doing this thing for almost 6 years, I have created some amazing relationships with people that I've met and some people that I still to this day have not met. But I'm always looking for different ways to stay engaged, to stay excited, to really just stay focused on what I'm doing. And one of the things that I just recently embraced, as silly as it may be, but my friend Melissa McAllister, who has become one of my dear friends and my mentors for years, was part of a special project that I was part of starting in July. And we tested out something that you may have been seeing me post about a lot for the last 3.5 months. And that was this 13-week program that was in the phases of being developed. And it's 13 weeks and we've done 80 workouts. And so at the beginning of the 80 days, she shared with the group that was, part of this special project, that every time she's doing a program like this, she writes down on her bathroom mirror how many workouts or days that it is. And every time she completes it a day, she crosses it off. And there's much power in lists and counting down and seeing your progress. And progress is not just something that's measured by the scale or a measuring tape. Progress is the fact that you showed up every day. The progress is that you made it through a workout. Progress is measured in so many different ways that I encourage you to focus on. But anyway, she did this. And so I didn't embrace it because I already had my own thing. But I completed all 80 days, 13 weeks, along with her and several of my other friends. And we all got great results. And then we all went off to Vegas to attend this leadership event. And so one of my goals was, as soon as I got back, reacclimated, because I'll tell you, going from Central Standard Time to Pacific Standard Time, being in Vegas, and then doing that while we had the time change, boy, it messed with my schedule bad. And I got off track. I didn't eat on point like I should have, and I felt like crap when I got back. So I just now feeling really good, and my body's nourished and fueled right, and I'm caught up on all the things that I got behind on. But I decided, okay, so this time on round 2, I'm going to do exactly what Melissa did. I'm going to write down all the days and do the same thing she did and scratch them off on the mirror. So as you can see, I have right here, I just finished day 2 and I haven't scratched it off yet with my pen, but I've written down days 1 through 80. So today I was doing day 2, which is booty work. And I absolutely love it because booty work, on the first phase of the program, we use bands. And so it was all floor work, and there's amazing moves in this program that I've never done before, or at least not this variation. So anyways, today I was down on the floor, ground level, and I happened to look up, and yesterday my son came out into the office when I was doing something quick, and then I went back inside and he stayed here. So I didn't really know what he was doing, but he likes to play around in here. He uses those bands that are up on the wall, and he creates his own little workouts, because again, he's been watching me do this for 6 years. I mean, he was 18 months old when I started this. So he doesn't remember a time when mom was lazy, when mom was fat, doesn't remember a time when mom was unmotivated and negative, and he only remembers fit mom. And he's seen this office be built by my husband. He's seen me do several calls. He likes to jump on live videos. He's watched it all. He knows Tony Horton. He knows John T. He knows Chalene Johnson. He knows Autumn Calabrese. He knows all these people that he's met in person that have been so influential to our lives. And anyways, when we attended an annual event that we have every summer in New Orleans together, it was just him and I just went this year. My husband was in New York at Tony Robbins the next week, so we just went. So there was an announcement that there was this program that was coming out just for kids to do with their parents, and adults can do it with a buddy, but it's really geared towards parents and kids doing it together, to focus on, just 30 minutes a day where you're spending one-on-one time with your kids, where they're not like this on their phone, and to help them understand and embrace the importance of being active, spending time with your family, being present in the moment, focusing on nutrition. And so when he saw this program, which was going to be launched in November, on November 1st, he was so excited. He looked over and he was like, oh my God, look, because Tony Horton is the face behind this new program. And he watched me get started with Tony Horton doing P90X. And actually Tony made a little video for him, and it was special just for Rebel. And so he feels so connected. Even as a little kid, I had this bobblehead that I had won of Tony, and he carried it all around. Like, he is a huge Tony fan. So as soon as we left that session, when that was announced, he was like, Mom, you're buying it for me and we're doing it. And so the great thing about it is there's a calendar. Watch out for my cords. So there's a calendar that kids can follow. And so as you can see, he has been super diligent about scratching off when he does the workout and then nutrition. And he has been super conscious about what he eats. We went on a field trip. He brought his, 3-in-1 smoothie that was also released just for kids. And he is always talking about it. He's wanting to know if calories are bad. And I'm really making sure that I'm teaching him proper things about health, about fitness, about nutrition, because there's a lot of things that people feel is the truth about food and working out and calories and stuff that are inaccurate. And so I'm trying to teach him correctly so that he sees it for what it is and doesn't get caught up in counting calories, doesn't get caught up in myths about certain things, and so that he can educate other people. And this is part of leaving a legacy behind. This is part of making a difference, and it really start with me and trickles down to my kids, and he's going to influence other people because at this young age he's knowledgeable. So anyways, what I thought was funny is, not funny, but what is interesting is that he was super excited about this calendar. Like, he's always like running out. Oh, I worked out. He scratches it out before we leave. Then we go inside and he drinks one of his shakes or eats carrot sticks. Then he's like, oh, I got to go back out and scratch off the nutrition. And so he's been super vigilant about this, but he's watching me. So today when I was on the ground doing my booty work on the floor, I happened to look over. And last night he stayed in my office after I left, and I didn't really know what he was doing, like I said. And this is what he was doing. He was writing days 1 through 30 because that's how many days are in the program that he's doing. And he scratched off the 3 days that he's done. And I just couldn't help but think, like, this is my motivation. He's watching me. Like, he has his calendar that he's super happy to cross off, because actually when kids finish the calendar and do all 30 days of the program, we can take a picture of them holding their calendar that's been all marked off, and he gets his own t-shirt. He has his own little Daily Sunshine t-shirt that he wears all the time to school, and he's so proud about. But no matter if he already had something to check off, he also wanted to be like me. He wanted to do what I was doing. And success leaves clues. You duplicate what you see other successful people doing. So my friend Melissa was doing this, and so I decided to do it. And little did I know what an impact it would make. Not for me, because I'm still going to do my 80 days. Like, I just now have something to check off. But my son saw it. My son's watching it, and that's my motivation, among many other things, is that he's watching me. And I've shared my story, and you may know it, you may not know it, but I have had so many bad habits. I've had so many addictions. I've had so many things that I've been one of those all or nothing type of people, and I get easily addicted to things and easily obsessed. And when I started my health and fitness journey, and I felt great, I felt accomplished, I felt like I could take on the world, I screamed it from the rooftops, and I still do. And people made fun of me, people ridiculed me, people rolled their eyes, and they still do. I still hear it, and I don't care, but they did, and they made fun of me, and they thought that I was over the top, I was obsessed, I was addicted, I didn't have balance. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, because I could easily go back to that life that I was living. I could easily go back to that person that my son doesn't remember I was. And he could pick up those habits. I see kids that quit all the time. They quit sports, they quit jobs, they get mad at coaches, they quit everything they do. And guess what I see? Their parents do the same thing. Because you know what? I see parents who are like my parents, who wanted, don't give up, succeed. I want you happy, but they didn't really know how to teach me how to be happy or succeed. And I see these parents who tell their kids don't quit, but when it comes down to their kids wanting to quit, they don't know what to tell them other than don't quit, because they have quit everything. They've quit on themselves, they've quit jobs, they've quit this, they've quit that, and when it comes down to it, they are not equipped to teach their children not to quit. And I'm sick and tired of dealing with quitters. I'm sick and tired of encountering quitters. I'm sick and tired of watching people quit. I'm tired of my kids coming home telling me about their friends that they see that quit, that they try to encourage. And so I am imploring you, parents, to fucking stop quitting. Stop quitting on yourself because your kids are watching. Start winning. Start doing something. Make a difference. Forget trying to make a difference and trying to save everybody else. Save yourself. Because what you do, your kids are watching. They're going to watch what you do. They're going to imitate what you do. And you need to accept the responsibility that what you're doing influences them. You can tell them all day until you're blue in the face to do good, be nice, don't do this, do that. But they're going to see you for who you are. They're going to see your patterns. They're going to watch what you do, and they're going to emulate it. And so something so small as these numbers written on my mirror is just a reminder of the things that my children are watching, the things that I am doing daily that make a difference. The other day we went on a field trip, and I was so tired, and the whole way home silently in my head I'm thinking, like, rationalizing why I could skip my workout and do it the next day. I was going over my head why I needed to work out. All these different things. When I got home, we're unloading, we're getting, I'm going through the mail, and I mentioned to Rebel that I wanted to work out. And he's like, "Oh, I want to work out with you." And it was like 6:30, and I was like, "We're not going to do your workout. I need to do my workout, the one with Autumn." And he's like, "I don't care. I just want to work out with you." And right then and there, I was like, I can't quit. He's excited. And I thought, man, I was like, why am I saying I'm not going to work out? Oh, because it's late, because I'm tired, because I've been on my feet all day. And then I thought, why couldn't I do it now? I've worked out under harder circumstances. I used to work out at 9 o'clock at night after the kids went to bed when he was 18 months old, when it was up to me to get 3 kids to school, to different schools, and to work on time the next day without any help when my husband worked out of town. And I did it then, and I was doing 90-minute workouts, 60 to 90-minute workouts back then. And the workout I selected to do when we got home from the field trip was 30 minutes. And I was like, come on, Mindy. You can do it. And he watched me do it. He came out here and he worked out with me, and he's watching me and he's watching me and he's watching me. And what we repeatedly do, we become. And who we become dictate who our children become. And so I am just sharing this story with you because it's small, but I want you to start observing what you're doing daily and what your kids are doing. Slow down a minute. Put the phone down. Teach them to put the phone down. Get active. Go for a walk. Talk to them. Ask them questions. But my God, I learned a very sobering fact recently is that our children are going to have a shorter lifespan than us. That's crazy. Guess what? We're all responsible for it. What you feed your kids, the lifestyle you live. They're little kids. They're looking up to us. I want my kids to live a long, happy, healthy life. And I am bound and determined to do whatever I can to make that possible. And I want to help you do the same thing. Because I don't care if I'm dead or gone. When it happens, I don't want my children to live a shorter life than they had possible for them.